like to call this special city council session of September 8th to order. I'll record those members present. Councilor McGee is present, Councilor Bresnahan is present, Councilor Tallman is present, Councilor Soto is present, Councilor Leahy is absent, Councilor Alexander is present, Councilor Graney is absent, Councilor LeBron Martinez is present, Councilor McGivern is present, Councilor Lisi is absent, Councilor Bartley is present, Councilor Vacan is present, Councilor Shatnoff is present, Councilor Valentin is absent, Councilor Jordan is present. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God bless America.
And the city of Holyoke.
And the city council.
Thank you. Councilors, we have two packages of things for your consideration this evening. The mayor has called upon us to have a special meeting this evening to consider both items, two of which are packages regarding, again, these special acts that have been passed by this council and adopted by the mayor and sent to the state legislature for their consideration and approval. Recently, this past week, it has come to our attention from our legislative delegation that there is a requirement that there be a summary posted of the law change for the city clerk to post. Generally, the law is that it requires 60 days. However, this is legally amenable to 35 days prior to the election. That is the intention of the city to do that. However, we need to amend this according to the general counsel's office to request a 35-day summary be posted as opposed to a 60-day summary. And that's what brings you here this evening. Okay? So this is strictly two procedural votes. The first one is going to be, these are going to come into you in the form of two packages. One is regarding House Bill 3329, reducing the size of the city council to 13 members. House Bill 3558, the 4-year term for mayor. House Bill 3734 regarding an appointed treasurer. And House Bill 3689, a 4-year term for the city council. The second package is going to be related to the school committee having a 4-year term, and that will come in the separate vote. Okay? And the only thing you're voting on this evening is to change having a voter summary, instead of it being 60 days before the election, being 35 days. Okay? Any questions? All right. I would entertain a motion to adopt both of these changes to amend from 60 days to 35 days.
Moved.
Okay, is there a second? Motion's
Second.
been made and seconded to have these two changes, which would allow for the summary to be 35 days out before the election as opposed to 60. Any discussion? Councilor Vacan.
I'm very disappointed by this development because the reason that I voted to support these on the ballot in the first place was to give the public the opportunity to weigh in, and a late notice and a late summary does the opposite of that. It creates a very small window and a lot less time for people to read the legal form and even get it out and about to the public before the vote. So I'm very unhappy with it, and I just think it's bad process. Thank you.
Councilor Soto.
Thank you, Mr. President. I concur with Councilor Vacan in adding, how are the people going to be informed of this within the, I mean, are we paying for postage for each and every voter, or what's going on? Like, how are they going to be informed? I'm sorry.
Sure. It's my understanding that it's going to be, as it's already, I mean, I think pretty much most folks, there's been a number of news articles already generated about these issues. That's going to be a vote. This is just to allow these formal summaries from the clerk's office to be published. There is no advertisement budget. I don't think anyone plans on spending, several $1,000s to mail questions to everybody. The questions will, however, be published in their full before on the ballot. There will be summaries that will be publicly available. I think we could put it on the website, but I don't think there was ever any intent, whether it was 60 or 35 days out, to mail it to everybody. But it's strictly, just this, it's a formality. In fairness to those who are trying to advance this for us in Boston. I believe this is a recent development that came to their attention. They weren't aware of it, of this requirement. And so now they're just bringing this to our attention, and after they were told about this 60-day requirement, they were able to get it amended to 35 days, provided we and the mayor can consent to it.
And
Am
how
I
many,
categorizing that, Representative? I think that's overall correct, right?
Right. Is it okay to approach? Do you need to?
Yeah. Motion to suspend the rules to allow Representative Vega
Motion
to
to suspend.
approach. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so moved.
Thank you. Nice to
Just
see
turn
you.
your microphone on. Just.
Check, check, check.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Nice to see you. Unfortunately, I had to drag you out.
It's not
Tuesday
on.
night. We didn't have a scheduled
Kev,
meeting.
it's not
I'm
on.
disappointed as well. What's actually happened is that we put 60 days on. It's not on? Is it on now?
Now it is.
Now it says. On the bills that came to us, we had 60 days put on there. That's what came to us. We went above and beyond what the state requires, usually which would be okay, right? Whenever a municipality does above and beyond the state requirement, we're usually not penalized. We got it through the House, as you know. Mid-July, the three bills went from the House, approved from the House, over to the Senate. We met again on August 3rd here to do the amendment to the treasurer bill. Once you guys gave us that amendment change, we got it right to the House Council. They approved it. It got out that week. That went over to the Senate by August 17th, so 10 days after we got them the information. All these bills sat in the Senate Council for the month of August, unfortunately. Senator Humison, who unfortunately couldn't be here, he tried to get them moving on the Senate side. He notified me that Senate Council had an issue with how things were written. I could not get clarity on that. He could not get clarity on that. Last Wednesday, we got a phone call that they had issue that we had 60 days instead of 35 days. So our effort to inform the voters with much more notice was penalized by the Secretary of State's office. We contacted the Secretary of State 6 months ago to run these bills by them. They had no issues. They said, we don't need to look at them because they're all home rule petitions. I think that unfortunately we've been caught up in sort of a House, Senate, Council bickering session. And unfortunately, we're here to fix the issue. So, again, they've been sitting in House and Senate Council for the last month. They could have moved during informal sessions in August, but they didn't move. And again, we were notified on Wednesday. Once Senator Humison got the phone call that they were not coming out of the Senate, we were actually together at the Soldiers' Home. We called President Jourdain. We called Mayor Morse and let everybody know. We still would be in the window if we did it on the 15th. We just thought if we give us a little more time, if we met tonight, if you guys approve this, gives us a little more time to get the amendment done. In talking with lawyers and whatnot, I wonder if in the future, I think this is sort of a learning moment for all of us. I know probably Councilor McGivern and President Jourdain have probably been through this before, but it's my first time doing home rule petitions. I didn't do any on City Council, and we didn't have any last year, save for the sewer bill issue. But I wonder if there's a way to say that substantive changes need to come back to a vote of this body, but any technical changes could be fixed in the House by the maker of the order, or by the presenter, because if we didn't have to come back here just for a vote to change 60 to 35, it wouldn't have been holding us up. It is normally what we do. Any changes, it usually goes back to the municipality for a vote, but I wonder if there's a way to sort of say, the treasurer one was obviously a substantive change. We need to bring that back, have a discussion about it, but the change of this is just holding things up. So again, I apologize, Senator Humison apologizes, but we do still think that given the vote tonight, we should be able to get this done and not avoid any other issues.
Any questions, councilors, to Representative? Okay. All right. So the motion on the floor is to adopt both packages of changes. One is going to be for relative to the school committee change. The other one is for the other four. If there's no further discussion, we'll go to a vote. Councilor Bacon, you look puzzled.
Did you just bring in the other motion, the school committee change?
Yeah.
But I thought we were taking that up separately.
Well, we could, I was going to just have them as a package to adopt both packages. Or do you want two separate votes?
Yes, because that's a late file, right?
It is? Is
Yes.
it? You feel that strong about it, that we have it
Yes.
as two separate votes?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we'll vote on the first one, which is a package relative to the first four, okay? And that is all of them but the school committee one. We'll make that as a separate vote, okay? Any other questions? All right, hearing none. Let me get my roll call sheet here. We'll take a vote. Yes is in favor of the changes. A no vote is to deny the changes. If it's okay with you, we will vote alphabetically. Starting with Counselor Alexander.
Yes.
Counselor Alexander, yes. Counselor Bartley.
Yes.
Counselor Bresnahan.
Yes.
Counselor Shatnoff.
Yes.
Counselor Jordan, yes. Counselor LeBron Martinez.
Yes.
Counselor McGee.
Yes.
Counselor McGivern.
No.
Counselor Soto.
Yes.
Counselor Tallman.
Yes.
Counselor Vacan.
No.
And that's it, because Counselor Valentin's not here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes, 2, no, and 1, 2, 3, 4 absent. Okay? So that vote was 9-2. Passes. All right, now, motion on.
Motion to suspend, take up the late file for final action.
Okay,
Second.
motion to suspend the rules, take up take up final action on this. I don't even know.
Point of order. No such thing as late file in a mayor's special meeting.
Right. I really, yeah, agreed.
Well, then there we
Yeah,
go.
He has it on the agenda, so therefore, it's not going to be late file. The order went in, he's brought it up before us for our immediate
Motion
consideration.
to adopt.
Okay, motion to adopt, is there a second?
Second.
Second, any discussion? Okay, hearing none, I'll call your name. A yes vote is to adopt that change, a no vote is to deny that change. Counselor Alexander?
Yes.
Bartley?
Yes.
Bresnahan?
Yes.
Shatnoff?
Yes.
Jordan, yes. LeBron Martinez?
Yes.
McGee?
Yes.
McGivern?
No.
Soto?
Yes.
Tallman?
Yes.
Vacan?
No.
9 yes, 2 no, 4 absent. There's no other, that is adopted.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay,
Second.
motion's been made and second to adjourn. There is no further discussion. All in favor of adjourning? Opposed? Aye, we stand adjourned. Thank you for your time.